Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, all of that juicy goodness. We are here for our weekly energy reading. I just got done filming. I did like a bulk film of a bunch of videos for this week. So there's a lot of good content coming out about manifesting and some little tricks and hacks that are really going to help you. So stay tuned for those this week. Subscribe if you have not already. Connect your energy to mine. And let's see what the energy is for this week. I know that last new moon on Friday was so potent. There was some high energy, lots of changes. I feel like I am a different woman. I feel so different in my body. I just feel like I know my worth now a little bit more. We're going to call in my guides, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron. Please open sacred space. Please only allow the highest and whitest light messages to come through. Bless me, bless my cards, bless my table, bless my viewers. Bring us everything that we need to hear moving into this week. And I just heard changes. Excuse me, and I just burped. So that's always energy moving out. And my watch is buzzing all at the same time. Yay, it's my friend Avi. Hey girl, hey. Okay, so let's see what energy we are going to be picking up for this week. I'm going to go with my first gut was the tarot, but then I immediately saw this deck. So we're going to do that next, my ever unfolding heart. All right, Spirit, what do we need to hear for this week? What about these changes? Somebody out there is going through a complete level up. Your life is changing, your job is changing, your location is changing. It's like all happening at once. Oh, wow. Divine masculine is changing. The Emperor. Logic and organization will increase your success. Take charge of the situation, accept a leadership role, structure, and discipline. How funny is that? So the changes seem to be happening for the divine masculine. The Emperor is calm, he's patient, he knows how the universe works, he's trusting, and he has the sword, and it looks like the world in his hand. I'm not sure if that's a globe or what, but it's kind of like he's got the world at his fingertips. That's what I heard when I said that, or when I saw that. So I'm assuming we're just going to play like it's a globe. But he has the world at his hands, and the swords represent clarity. It represents like your mind space, seeing things more clearly. It's like cutthroat. It's like, I know what I want. I'm going after it. I have the world right in front of me. Let's do this. Okay, let's get a confirmation card for that with the ever unfolding heart. This is the very first deck I ever created. It's kind of like my puny deck. It's so tiny compared to Micah Magic. So many more cards, but I was just testing out the waters with creating. Okay, we have the unicorn. I think we got this last week. Or no, we got this at the midweek reading. This unique creature reminds us to trust in something we can't see, feel, or touch. Have you been second guessing the universe? It's time to start believing again. So I just heard that the divine masculine was second guessing his path, his life. He's been thinking like, I'm not worthy of this great life. I'm not worthy of having all of my desires. Or he's been thinking, I really want it, but I just don't know how to get from point A to point B. And that's when I was saying a bunch of changes might be happening this week because they now can see clearer. They can see how to get from A to B. They might not know how it's going to all unfold, but they know what direction they want to go in. Let's get some more cards on that. A miracle is on the way. Open your arms. Okay, so Spirit is telling you, divine masculine, that there's going to be a miracle. There's going to be something that swoops in, saves the day, and it's going to be everything you've ever wanted. And you've been manifesting this for your entire life, and it's finally time to receive it. You've suffered long enough. Okay, let's do another little story. We'll do tarot and then 2 cards to confirm. We're going to use a different tarot deck now. This is the original Rider-Waite. Okay. Somebody is basking in their abundance. We have 9 of Pentacles. They figured it out. They are receiving so much. They're receiving downloads, they're receiving ideas, they're receiving opportunities. They're looking at this bird perched up on their hand and they're just like, Spirit, you've guided me to use my gifts to create money, to use my gifts to create abundance for my family, for my loved ones. Now I can use it to serve more. And before, they weren't seeing their gifts. See this guy, 4 of Cups? The universe is handing him a cup and he's not seeing it. It's right in front of his face. And this is usually like love and emotions. So the universe might have been giving you this beautiful, loving relationship, and it's been right in front of you this whole time, and you haven't been thinking that you're worthy of it. Or maybe you're just not seeing it because you're still staying in your comfort zone of some trauma bonds or patterns or addictions or things that you're just not seeing it. I'm burping like crazy. Let's get some more confirmation on these 2. My goodness. Excuse me. I just heard that this is divine feminine and this is divine masculine. She is booming and doing amazing things, and he's struggling. He's struggling to see clearly. But obviously, earlier we got the Emperor card and he does see clearly. So maybe this is the past energy. This is what he's moving out of. He's going to be taking that gift. I like that better. So let's get confirmation on that. Spirit, what is with the 4 of Cups? Tell us more about the 4 of Cups. Okay, I knew it. It's a new partner. The universe is handing you this new relationship and you're worthy of receiving it, so accept it. Maybe you're somebody who's going to be proposing to your partner. You can do this. And we have horse spirit is here to bring momentum. So life is going to change and it's going to pick up pace. That's the changes that I was thinking of. And I just saw 555. They just showed me 555. So when you're seeing 5s, 55, 5, that means the change is coming and it's not scary. So don't get scared when you hear me say change. Get excited because the universe is sending a miracle. The unicorn is going to take care of everything. The unicorn is the universe. Believing in something you can't see, feel, or touch. You know where you want to go. You know who you want to head towards. The career, the job, the person, the money, all the things. You know what path you want to go. And now you just say, universe, take me to that because I'm not settling in this any longer. Okay, so horse spirit. We have the unicorn. We have a horse. Lots of freedom type of energy. I just heard you're going to have more freedom in your life. You're going to feel more free. You're going to feel safe. You're going to feel loved. You're going to feel protected. You're going to feel nurtured. You're going to get everything that you've never had your whole life. And that's the end. This is coming to an end. No more suffering. No more feeling like you don't get all the cups, if you know what I mean. And of course, my low battery just went on. Let me pause this real fast. All right, we're all plugged back in. We're charging. I just got a new deck. Abraham Hicks has their own deck. I went to Barnes and Nobles and treated myself to a new book and a new deck of cards after my virtual mindfulness program sold to 30 more schools. So that means my lessons are going to reach, gosh, if you think about one school, I believe it's elementary. So that's like 4 or 5 different grades. They are going to be watching my meditations and my lessons. So if you think about how many kids are in a class, I'll have to do the math one day and think about how many kids I'm reaching with every school that I'm in. My goal is millions. I want to reach millions of kids. And I think it's so cool that I'm able to do that. I'm able to still teach kids, but yet I get to do this. And this is what I really love to do right now in my life. Where before I loved to teach kids, but now I get to do both. Thanks to the universe bringing me my manifestation. And I was willing to step through the fear of creating it. Let's see what Abraham Hicks wants to tell us. And if you don't know who Abraham Hicks is, I'm sure most of you do, but for those of you that may be new, have never heard of them, there's a woman named Esther Hicks and her husband Jerry, who recently passed. But Esther channels a group of kind of like ascended masters, and she calls them Abraham. So they're these higher beings that speak through her, and you can tell she's channeling because she's speaking fast. She says really funny things. So she kind of steps away and lets these higher beings speak through her, and they're called Abraham. So she made a deck of cards with their messages. It says, nothing is more important than that I feel good. Whenever you are feeling less than good, if you will stop and say, nothing is more important than I feel good. I want to find a reason now to feel good. You will find an improved thought. Anytime you feel negative emotion, you are in the mode of resisting something that you want. And that resistance takes its toll on you. It takes its toll on your physical body, and it takes its toll on the amount of wonderful things that you are allowing to come into your experience. Let me repeat that. Anytime you feel negative emotion, you are in the mode of resisting something that you want. So being mindful in each moment when you're thinking about, proposing to your partner or attracting a new partner or calling in more money or taking that leap, you have to be mindful of, all right, what are the thoughts that are coming up right now? Where am I limiting myself? Where do I not feel good? Or if you don't even know what kind of change you want to make in your life, you just pay attention in each part of your day. I'm with this person. I don't feel so good right now. I'm with this person over here. I feel so peaceful. I feel so calm. This is where I want to be more. So you start to take note of each environment, each person that you're with, and you take inventory and you say, does this person leave me feeling lit up? And a lot of times we settle. We don't think that we're worthy of good. So we don't put ourselves in the environments that make us feel so good because we feel guilty. We're like, wait, we don't deserve this. We've done bad things in our lives. And that's so unconscious or subconscious that we think those thoughts. So becoming aware in each moment of how we feel. And if we don't feel good, ask yourself, how can I feel better right now? Is it because I'm around people that don't make me feel good? Why are they not making me feel good? What's coming up inside of me that I need to work on? Everything is a mirror. So if you're around somebody or something, yes, there are people that can drain your energy, but that's because you're allowing it. So you have to ask yourself, what am I doing? What message am I sending to this person to allow them to continue to do this to me? And that's where setting boundaries comes in, speaking your truth. I just shared in one of the videos that I created today that there's certain people on Instagram that DM me, and some are men, and they, in the beginning, they first start a conversation and they're like, oh my gosh, I love your content. Thank you for teaching me how to manifest, or whatever it is. And I'll respond, when I'm ready. It could be a day or two, because we don't want to respond. You don't drop your whole life to answer people who, I don't know, you just like be mindful of your energy, because if they're so used to you responding right away, they're going to expect that all the time. So just be mindful of how quickly you respond to people. So take your space. If you're doing something, you're busy, don't drop everything you're doing to respond to texts, DMs, all that stuff. So I responded, and he took it as an invitation to continue to message me all the time. And I haven't responded. I think there's probably now, I didn't even open the message. I have not opened the DM, and every week there's like 3 new messages or 4 new messages. And if I go into the DM, I should probably go into it right now. If I go into the DM, I swear there's probably 15 messages from him, whether it's him telling me something or him commenting on my story. And I'm just like, he's not getting the hint. So eventually I've been having the thought that I should set a boundary and say, hey, could you stop messaging me? That would make me feel comfortable. Thank you. And just leave it at that. Because sometimes we have to do that. Sometimes people, they have some sort of wounding from childhood where they forget what they just did prior and they just keep doing it. Or they don't see their actions. They're not capable of having the helicopter view of themselves doing something. So always be mindful of when you're messaging people that you're not just assuming that you can have access to their energy and their time. That's like showing up at somebody's door and knocking on the door and demanding to come in. You know, you don't have to answer your door. You can say no to a bunch of messages for 24 hours. And when you're ready, you get back to them. That's something that I had to learn. About 3 years ago, I was an instant responder. I felt shame. I felt guilt if I didn't get back to people. I let people into my energy at 10 o'clock at night. I let people into my energy at 7 o'clock in the morning. And then they knew because they saw me responding. So then they expected it. And then I would struggle with being drained because I would get all of these messages, comments, DMs, people asking, you know, what's happening in the universe? I have anxiety today. Is it a full moon? Or what does this sign mean, Michelle? Or I just saw 3 butterflies. What does this mean? It was just nonstop. And it was lovely that people like wanted to ask me those things. But my time and energy is valuable and I have to like preserve it and I have to keep it safe and sacred. And I didn't know that I was allowing all of that to happen. I was in my victimhood saying, why are these people doing this? I'm not just free. You know, you can't just not book a session with me and get all of my energy. And I don't want to, that sounds arrogant to say all that, but you guys know what I mean. You know, I can't just offer every part of me up and like leave my life to do that for them. So, but I was allowing it. So it wasn't them, it was me. So where are you allowing other people to take advantage? And you have to learn to set a boundary. Okay. I hope that didn't sound arrogant. Now I feel like I want to edit this video because I don't like anything I just said, but sometimes we just say things and maybe that's just my old wounding of feeling like, you know, when you're a fragile butterfly on your awakening journey, you do feel like you're being attacked by people. You're like, oh, but it's just a sensitive phase and it goes away. I'm definitely more energetically resilient. I'm more resilient energetically. I can handle things more because I know not to respond. But anyway, that DM, it's probably, I swear there's probably 15 messages in there. I'm like, he just doesn't get it. I feel bad. I feel bad. I'm eventually going to have to tell him it's going to be awkward, but it's okay. We still love him and we have compassion for him because maybe just nobody listened to him growing up, you know? Open to infinite possibility. And I didn't even know that I grabbed this deck. So this is another animal deck, Spirit Animal Oracle. We have Starfish, open to infinite possibility. My mentor always tells me, Michelle, there's as many options as there are stars in the sky. So if you have a certain path you want to go down, say you want to become a Reiki practitioner, say you want to start your own business, there's like 50 different roads that you can take to get there. There's an infinite number of possibilities. So don't get so fixated on one path or one job. What if you have gifts inside of you and you can do 5 different things and make money 5 different ways? Be open, okay? And I just saw this again, open your arms. So this week, you're paying attention to how you're feeling. You're taking inventory of who's draining your energy. Where do you feel most peaceful? Reach for more of that. Set boundaries. Tell people no. Take space. Believe that the universe is moving things for you. There's going to be some momentum that's picking up. And I just heard somebody's going to have to be okay with letting go of certain areas of your life. Let's get confirmation on that. What are we letting go of? We'll use another animal deck, Spirit Animal Wisdom. What are we letting go of? Okay, this is the panda, balance. Ask how to bring balance to the situation and into your heart. Okay, you're letting go of the fact that you can't balance your life. You are coming into balance, I'm hearing. You're finally feeling at peace in your life. And a panda for me is chilling, just eating his bamboo, not a worry in the world. And I'm seeing the white and the black. It's the yin yang. I feel like this is symbolic of balance, the yin yang. You're balancing your masculine energy, you're balancing your feminine energy, or the masculine, the divine masculine and the divine feminine are finally in alignment with each other, and they both have learned their lessons, and the universe is finally magnetizing the 2 of them together, which would make sense for what this reading has already said. So the miracle is the partnership, the balancing of the feminine, the masculine coming together. The emperor is now believing and seeing signs. I just heard that the emperor is seeing so many signs that lead him to this partnership that he can't ignore it anymore. He can't ignore what the universe has been screaming at him with. He's like, the universe is like, hey, we're right in your face. We're going to make it really obvious. I just heard music is driving him crazy, how much the music is speaking to him. And he's feeling it. All right. Let's do angel answers. Let's just see what card comes out and then we'll get confirmation on it. Normally I like to ask a question for this, but let's just see what comes out. Yes. Woohoo! Abundance. Let's get a Micah magic card for this now. What about this abundance? When are we getting it? Okay, we have feel good to attract good. It's looking really cloudy out. Pull back your energy. Love is all around you, waiting for the perfect wave. So your love is coming in. You have no control. The love is coming for you. Pull back your energy. Let it come to you. Wait in that waiting energy. Be in receptive mode. Feel good to attract good. The partnership is coming. And you're going to get confirmation. The DM, Divine Masculine, is also seeing how much love is all around him. There's people doting over him. There's people loving on him. And if he is going through some sort of breakdown and he feels the squeeze and the pinch of life because he's got to take this next step, that's okay too. The universe is going to guide him and give him the confirmation and the comfort that this is the right move. Because in the past, I just heard when Divine Masculine was entertaining the idea of Divine Feminine before, there was all of these like interferences. There was all these things that he was like, wait, I don't know. Is this the universe saying she's not the one or he isn't the one, depending on if it's male or female or maybe same sex. But the Divine Masculine was unsure of what all of these signs meant. But now he's not really relying on signs. He's relying on his body. And he's realizing how he feels. He's realizing that there's no other person on the planet that makes him feel the way his divine feminine makes him feel. He's tried everything. And he might have had addictions and he might have had these struggles that he went through and he just could not find an out. And he's finally in the presence of her or him. And he's like, oh my gosh, this is what I've been craving my whole life. And I finally found it, but how do I go towards it? And that's where the universe is saying, trust. When love is all around, that's saying God is around you. God's going to guide you. And there is breakdown beforehand, you know, like you might have issues with your house or your car or your job. There might be things like literally breaking down, sending you a sign saying, hey, it's time to leave. It's time to end that suffering. Let's wake us up to pay attention to what we feel in our body and move towards what feels peaceful, what feels loving, what feels so energetically right. And there's a lot of fear. So I just felt fear in my body about making the changes, especially if they have to leave a partnership or they have to leave a city or a state or something. Or maybe they have to speak their truth to you and tell you their true feelings and they're scared how you're going to respond. They're terrified to get their heart broken, but what they don't realize, maybe they do realize, but it's a connection that's been written in the stars. There's no, you're not going to get your heart broken, Divine Masculine, because it's what she wants to, or what he wants to. It's written in the stars. You can't cut the cord. It's meant to be. So you can risk, you can take this risk. You can speak your truth. You can apologize if you have to, if you haven't treated this person kindly. There was something else I was going to say. Oh, I posted something on my shorts on YouTube. I think it was this morning. And it was so many clients are asking me like, Michelle, like, what does love really feel like? Like, I don't know. And it's funny because I'm not in a solid partnership but I'm seeing so many people around me stepping into it and they're telling me what it feels like. And I've seen people in relationships for over 10 years who are in those solid connections, and they say it's so tricky because the passion is insane, but there's also moments of it being like almost boring, flat, peaceful, calm, to the state of like, wait, this doesn't feel right because it is so calm. But that's because your nervous system is so used to chaos. It's so used to having to earn the love. It's so used to, I'm going to make this person jealous and that's going to make me feel good. Or I'm going to, pull away and not talk to this person because I want them to come find me and to come make me feel good by approaching me. So it's like you're no longer using all these tactics to try to get love, because that was the childhood love that you were used to, the comfort zone, and you don't have to do that anymore. Now you're in this peaceful partnership, which is, it's going to feel like calm. It's going to feel like an openness. You're going to feel safe to speak up and to say whatever's on your heart, and the person's going to receive it. And they're actually going to apply your suggestions or your constructive criticism. I always call them growth moments. I'm like, hey, like with past partners, I'd be like, growth moment. I was like, can I share something? Like, even if it's in the conversation, like I had one boyfriend who he would be around other men and they would be talking to, we'd be standing in a circle talking, and certain men would be talking to me, and he was just starting to date me. So he's kind of like being an alpha. And it's like he wanted to claim me in that like group setting and be like, she's mine, don't talk to her. And it was a little childish. And I know that that's part of men, and men love to be the alpha, and especially in work settings, like they got to show, like prove that they're the boss or whatever, or maybe they struggle with authority figures because of that. But I told him, I was like, growth moment. I was like, I saw you like speaking over that other guy. I was like, it's kind of a turnoff because you're not honoring that guy and who he is as a human. I'm like, you should be asking questions to him and be like, wow, dude, that's awesome that you did that. And like, engaging in more conversation with the other guy, not feeling intimidated like that guy's success is going to impress me and make me want to leave him for him. And I brought that to him, and I was like, growth moment. It's like, you might not want to hear this, but I was like, it seemed a little bit like out of your character. Like I've never seen you do that before. Like, were you feeling intimidated? And I just asked him flat out, and he was just like, I didn't even notice it. He's like, I guess I was. He's like, I didn't know. And from then on, he changed it. He then became a man who cheered on other men around him. And he didn't feel threatened because we had that conversation, and because he knew that I was his woman and I was not going to allow some guy's story or success sway me. He knows that I want him, or I wanted him at that time. But those little moments in my past, when I had all these different partnerships, they helped me grow, and it helps me coach other people. So then when I see people in those same situations, they're normally not saying anything. They're not doing the growth moments. They're just kind of letting their partner do whatever, and it's driving them nuts internally. And then they let it build and build and build. But you can tell your partner any parts of them that you see where they could be better. That's your job. You're in a partnership. You're trying to mirror back so that you can be the best humans you came here to be. And if you're with somebody who's like, don't tell me that stuff anymore, that's a red flag. That's somebody who doesn't want to grow, and they're not going to push you to grow. They're not going to point out anything that you're doing that where you could be better. So you need to step away from those relationships where people don't want to hear your opinion or don't want to hear your constructive criticism. And that's what I was talking about in my shorts. I was talking about how every time I say shorts, I think of like clothing shorts. They need to change that name. I should say reels. But I was talking about it because people are wondering what that love feels like. And it feels like growth. It feels like two people having difficult conversations, expanding and growing. And every time you have a difficult conversation, your love gets bigger and bigger and bigger and stronger. And there's more passion, and you're just like, oh my God, I want this person because they make me better. And it's that feeling of, I can count on them to tell me the truth. And they can count on me to speak my truth and say, yeah, I would love for you to do this for me. Or no, that didn't make me feel good. Or thank you so much for saying that to me because I couldn't see that part of me and I needed to see it. You changed me. Thank you. To me, that's like a turn on. that is like complete, yes, red, like green flag, we're going to the bedroom. When a man makes me better and he does it in a kind way, that's everything. So hold your boundaries. Do not let somebody walk all over you. Be open to having a partnership where you're growing, and understand that love is growth. Okay, love is not just stagnant, it doesn't stand still. If you're going to choose a type of relationship that we're talking about here, you have to be willing to grow and to have hard conversations and to expand yourself. Otherwise, you're just going to end up in that comfort zone of your cycle from your past. All right, I feel called to end that here. I hope that's okay. Yeah, I feel zero desire to pull any more cards. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope this prepared you, because somebody is coming into partnership this week and they're balancing their energies with the yin yang. So if you're seeing pandas, or if you're seeing a lot of black and white, or maybe two horses, it's like momentum's building and people are coming together. All right, lovies, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the midweek reading. All right, peace out.